Hi everyone and welcome back to another Bork Note game video. Today's video is dedicated to a should you pull for Summer Karyl, so let's go ahead and jump right into this. We're gonna jump into JP right here to show off some gameplay of her, just so we can see what she's all about and what she does. And if you're wondering, she is a must pull in my opinion, because she is going to be the magical equivalent of Makoto. Just note that on year 1, she's not going to be that like crazy. She is not going to be an overwhelming character like Makoto, but she's going to make magical teams much better for your third variant team versus another physical team, depending on the situation. So as you can see here, she has a couple of attacks. This is her UB, absolutely adorable. She has one where she shoots water circle and then one where she just shoots like a water sphere. Honestly, both of them are pretty adorable, and when it comes down to it, she has all of the capabilities to become the best magical defense break in the entire game. She doesn't really get power crept in my opinion when it comes to magical defense breaks, so you're definitely going to want to have her. Of course, there'll be like other variations of teams where you run like Nenica, because she does have some magical defense breaks. And this is my favorite animation of Kyaru. She just hides in like this little tube thing, and it's absolutely adorable. So let's go ahead and jump into the actual information regarding Summer Kyaru. So as you can see here, she is rated as S rank in JP. Just note that she is still like one of the best units in the game. She's going to be sitting in the rear guard, and then she has a 3-star initial rating, so she's going to be a little bit difficult to get. Her CV or her voice actor is going to be Rika Tachibana, and when it comes to this, she is going to be sitting in the back, so she's not going to be getting hit by Mitsuki, Ninon, or any of the characters, unless like your tank, for example, or it's Miyako is, you know, dead. Then obviously the enemies will get towards like Summer Kyaru because they close the distance. But for the most part, don't worry about Summer Kyaru getting hit too often, and she is going to be one of the best magical DPS within the entire game, regardless of her magic defense break stuff. All right, so you can see here valuable single magic UB, debuffs of UB, and her skills. Well, there's no like debuff on her UB, by the way. Her UB is entirely like damage proportional. So when it comes to this, you can see she has one of the highest magical attacks within the entire game out of the 141 units within the game. So she is still going to be a very hard hitting unit. Don't just be like, oh, she just does magical defense breaks. She hits hard as heck too. And when it comes to her UB, like I said earlier, there is no magical defense break when it comes to her, so she's going to hit someone with extraordinary magical damage. And then her skill 1, it doesn't really do a magic defense break until you get her unique equipment, so you're gonna have to wait until year 2 to get this. So my advice is just, you know, have some extra DAs for next year. And the main reason why we pull for Summer Kyaru is her skill 2, which is going to be her magic defense break. Honestly, this UB is pretty sweet as well, and you can see her like sort of loop. It's pretty short. She does her 2, so she comes out with her magical defense break, and then she does her 1, which will be another magical defense break in the future, but not yet. But you can see here, it's pretty relevant to how she does her loop. She does her normal attack, and then she does her 2, and then her 1, and then she does her normal attack, and then she does her 2, normal attack, and then her 1. So she's going to have a lot of times to pretty much cast her skills, cast her magical defense breaks, and do a lot of UBs. You don't really have to worry about the fact that, oh, she's going to take too long to, you know, cast a union burst or something like that. But just note, she's not going to be the end all be all unit. She's not going to be absolutely flabbergasting amazing. She's not going to out DPS Makoto. She's going to help with your magic teams most of all, and she's going to help you save your gems for the following year. And when it comes to her, there's also going to be a bunch of summer units the following year, so like swimsuit Saren, swimsuit Makoto. We're not even talking about your waifus where it's like swimsuit Suzuna or swimsuit Maho, and then there's swimsuit Tamaki. Honestly, Tamaki, you can pull her if you want to have like more like CB capabilities, but she's super niche. We'll talk about her on her should you pulls, but just note that Summer Kyaru is going to be the character that you want for this summer time frame. She's going to be the best magic defense break that we're going to have for quite some time. I know some people want to compare her to Akari, but honestly, Akari doesn't have a short loop pattern when it comes to her actual attacks, so it's going to be very different, and it's not really a worthy comparison. Akari's like magic defense break time frame is much lower than Summer Kyaru. Also, when it comes to her star rating, now Summer Kyaru is not overly reliant on her union burst, but that also doesn't mean you should 5-star her initially, mostly because you want her to cast her union burst as many times as possible. Of course, if you 5-star a character, she has too much magical defense and physical defense and too much overall stats, then it will affect her timing for her UBs. It is safe to technically 4-star her because that doesn't affect too much of her stats, but when it comes to actually 5-starring starring Summer Kyaru, I feel like you need to be a little hesitant because her UB is going to be a high damage potential and you don't want it to be cast less amount of times because you 5-starred her. So in my opinion, you can keep her at 3-star, you can keep her at 4-star. If some clan members want to keep her at 5-star for experimentation purposes, you can do that. If you're using Summer Kyaru for Arena, of course she will be better at 5-star because more stars in Arena is overall better because it's just a different situation. But when it comes down to clan battle, my recommendation is to keep her within 3-star or 4-star. Do not 5-star her because it'll affect her union burst unless you're running her for Arena or you want to experiment with your Summer Kyaru and you want to see which one is best for you. Just note that DA should be sort of safe because Christina and then a bunch of other characters will be releasing in the future, but she is technically worth it to use your divine amulets for her. All right, when it comes to Summer Kyaru, my recommendation personally is to keep her either at 3-star or 4-star. Do not 5-star her unless you are using her for Arena. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at her animations one more time so we can see how Summer Kyaru is going to be performing. If you're looking for the unit that's going to change your gameplay, the unit that's going to make the game much easier, Summer Kyaru or any unit in particular, unless it's like maybe like Summer Saren or Christina or something, they're not going to do that. Mostly because Summer Kyaru is a team enabler. She's going to help other people perform. She's not an individual character that does high damage and high like performance by herself. When I use Makoto by herself, she just like sort of dies and she doesn't really do much. Hopefully Kyaru doesn't die here. I don't know if she's going to make it to wave 3, but here's to hoping. Oh my goodness, Summer Kyaru did not make it. That is big sad actually. No, Summer Kyaru, okay, we need to redeem her. We'll definitely put like a tank in front of her. So you can see here Summer Kyaru is not going to be a unit that's going to just like flat out stomp everything, right? This is like a clear example of realistic visions, because as much as I want to say Summer Kyaru is like one of the best units in the entire game, she doesn't perform by herself. She performs with a team. She'll perform with Ilya. She'll perform with Kyoka. She'll perform with Akari. She can perform technically with her other versions of herself because I know normal Karyl does have a magic defense break. But at the end of the day, when it comes to Summer Karyl, just note that she's not going to be absolutely broken, all right? Because there's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to like hyped up like gacha characters. You know, when you pull them, they're going to be like the most broken thing that you've ever seen in the game. And she's just not that. She's just going to help your other team members. If you're looking for high quality animations and you're looking for a character that's easy to love, and Summer Kyaru is definitely going to be the waifu for you, and you can't really go wrong in those aspects to pull for her. And like we always say in the channel, you know, waifu over meta. When it comes to Summer Kyaru, she is both meta and she is waifu, so you can't really go wrong either way. And of course, another reason why you would want to pull for Summer Kyaru is because of the fact that you can increase her bond levels, and then all of the bond levels between the Kyarus will coincide with each other. So if you have bond level 8 for normal Kyaru, then you can have, you know, higher bond levels and higher stats for your other Kyarus, and then her positioning is going to be really great. She can sort of replace Kyoka in some ways in case you don't have Kyoka within your team. So, you know, that's going to be really nice for magical people, for anyone who doesn't have Kyoka right now. And not to mention, you know, Summer Kyaru she's power creep proof, so you can use her in any sort of situation. Let's go ahead and try to run this team against them, and if we lose, it's whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm just happy Summer Kyaru is finally here. She is going to be worth it to dump all of your jewels on, and in my opinion, if you want to save for Christina or New Year's Yui, then you will have to really like scrounge up a lot of gems for the following year, or a lot of jewels, because you're gonna have to pull Summer Saren at least. And if you want to have a high functioning physical defense break, then you want to pull Summer Makoto as well. And we're not even talking about the other summer units. So right there, that's like 3 characters that you would want to pull, and that's like a lot of gems. That's like at least like 120 or something crazy like that, or it's gonna be at least 90,000 gems for like 2 characters. Hatsune, no! We were so close. Oh my gosh, that was such a close match. Man, maybe if my Hatsune was 5-star, we would have gotten that one. But oh well, we're still here sitting pretty. And then hopefully in Princess Arena, okay, we managed to like stay within the top 1,000. That is pretty nice right there. But just note, when it comes to Summer Kyaru, she's going to be absolutely fantastic for Arena as well. She's going to be highly functional. If you want to check out another video on like Arena breakdowns for Summer Kyaru, check out Lace's video, and of course check out Tamaya's and XGino. Everyone else is like has their own own opinions when it comes to Summer Kyaru. I honestly think she is going to be one of the best characters to pull for year 1 because Christina will always pop up, and technically Halloween Shinobu is very PvP oriented, and when it comes to Valentine Shizuru, she's very niche to CB, whereas Summer Kyaru can sort of work in any sort of situation, whether it's fighting a boss, fighting in CB, fighting in PvP. It's sort of like how Ilya is meta defining in some ways because she can, you know, plug and play to almost every single team when it comes to like PvP or, you know, magic teams in particular. And you can also technically use Ilya for tower climbing because she's pretty fast for that. But, you know, Summer Kyaru is going to be great against Extreme Dungeon 1 in case you're having like a hard time with that. But with the increase of ranks and everything and increase of player level, going from 10-3 to 10-4, hopefully that alleviates some things when it comes to fighting like the actual EX dungeon. Hopefully we win here, but with the Tsumigi on this team, it's actually doing some pretty decent damage to us. But with that, we should be able to take down Tsumigi right here. And yeah, all right, we managed to take down the Mitsuki and the Ninon. This is the team that I've been running with some success. It's not 100%, I have to say, because there is some RNG involved in case Shroy misses or just Mimi misses. Like, those things are out of your control. If you got anything out of this video, like, Summer Kyaru will be better than just, you know, clan battle. She's going to be great for PvP. She's going to be great for PvE situations. Like, definitely don't sleep on her when it comes to dungeon and all the different things. She's going to be a very versatile unit, and she's going to enable New Year's Kyaru whenever she decides to appear within the game. So, but anyways, if you made it this far in today's video, consider subscribing, dropping a like, leaving a comment, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. Good luck to everyone pulling for Summer Kyaru. We'll definitely do a streams and everything. Most likely going to be on Twitch, and then we'll do like the edited version on YouTube. Once we hit 25,000 subs, we're doing that giveaway. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.